my little angels, come on in. Come in. It's okay. You're safe there. I'm so glad to be able to see you today. It's been a rough couple of days, hasn't it? But yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. I was able to start the Paxlovid, so hopefully I'll be feeling even better soon. Still testing positive though, so that's a pain. But I thought I can do a quick video for you guys for sure. I rested all day and I'm just sitting, right? So it should be okay. I hope all of you are keeping well. And I can't tell you how comforted and loved you all made me feel with your messages. I'm truly, truly grateful. And everyone who said they were praying for me, that means a lot to me. So thank you. For those that are new, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for giving my channel a chance. I've been off for a few days sick with COVID, and I already have long COVID, so getting COVID on top of that, I was pretty sick. So I haven't been able to post. I do try to post every day, but I did have to miss a few days, and I missed it. I missed you guys. So please, like, share, definitely comment. I love the comments. And definitely hit that subscribe button, please. Guys, we're so close to 6,000 and we can do a celebration. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. And for returning, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. If you haven't subscribed, a lot of people are like, well, why should I subscribe? It just lets you know when I post a new video, and it keeps me in your track so that as I do some, it just lets you know, basically, and I'll appear in your feed more often, and that way you don't miss anything. It doesn't sign you up for anything. It doesn't cost you anything. Nothing will happen. No one will visit you. I promise. It just helps my channel to grow, and that algorithm thing makes it so that people can see my videos. I'm Aunty Angel. I like to spread positivity and kindness, and we talk a lot on this channel about positive mental health and taking the stigma away from mental health issues and basically embracing who you are. And actually today's video is going to be about that. I was watching Lori Latte ASMR the other day, and she did a video for Matilda, who's going through a hard time, so I ask everyone to give your prayers to her as well. And she sang a song by I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But go and see it, and you'll hear it, because Lori has a beautiful voice. But in the song there was a line, and sometimes lines just jump out and slap me across the face, and this one did. And it was, and I'm paraphrasing, close the door on yesterday, you don't live there anymore. And it reminded me of a meme I saw a long time ago. And I used to post positive thoughts for the day on Facebook, and I used it several times because I did it for 3.5 years, but it always spoke to me. And it's trying to hurt me by throwing up my past is like robbing a house I used to live in. That's not my stuff. I don't live there anymore. And it all just reminded me, and I thought, let's have a chat about our past. Because I find, I don't know about you guys, but I find I live there too much. I'm constantly going over conversations and situations in my head, and what I should have said and what I should have done and what people must think. It's exhausting. But the past is the past is the past. There's nothing we can do to change it. If you have something to apologize or make amends for, do that. But then keep going. Okay, you don't have to be weighed down with guilt and obligation and pressure. This is your life, guys. And especially when it has mental health issues, anxiety and depression, we're like, oh, I should have gotten up, I should have done this, I should have listened to this person, I should, blah, 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 with the should have, would have, could have. I want to show you something. I like this box. This box is a great metaphor, if you will, because this is the future. It's empty. It's yet to be filled. We get to decide what goes in there. The past, it's full. That box that says the past, full. You can't add to it. You can't take anything out of it. So stop going into it. It's heavy. You don't need it, guys. Great memories, go for them. Bring them back. Remember them. Immerse yourself in the feelings that make you feel good. But living in the past, it's no good. And I'll tell you a quick story. My mom and my oldest brother were estranged when she was sick, and had been for about 8 years. They had a tempestuous relationship. And I remember calling him and getting him to come and see her before she passed for both their sakes, and he did. But he would bring up the past to me and talk about my aunts and talk about all of us. And I'm looking at the phone talking to him going, Aunty, that was 35 years ago. We've all moved on. We've all grown. You're stuck there. You gotta get out of there. And I think for a lot of us, that happens. We get stuck in time, and we forget that everybody else grows and evolves, and so do we. And we can let go of that. We don't have to be part of that anymore. I'm not saying who was right or who was wrong. Basically, they were both toxic for each other. You know, they spoke before she passed. They said what needed saying to each other, and I'm hoping they both had peace from it. But it always bothers me that you're stuck 35 years ago. You gotta let it go. You need to let it go. Oh, sorry. I love Megan Trainor. Anyways. But that's the past, you know. The present, I tell you guys this all the time. We need to live in the moment. And that's hard. I have a hard time with that, especially right now. Because I'll be honest, guys, I was feeling really sorry for myself. I'm like, how hard I worked for the last year to make as much headway as I possibly can and get my strength back up, and this may knock me right back. What the hell? That's not fair. Life isn't fair. It's not. People will tell you it is, but it's not. And that's okay. We work around it. There's ways. We grow, and we take our strength from what we consider weakness sometimes. A lot of people think mental health illnesses are a weakness. I see them as a strength. We learn to adapt. We learn to navigate. We learn resilience. We aren't broken. It's part of who we are. We get help when we need it. I have medication. I have doctors. We all do it. You know? You're watching ASMR, you get help when you need it. You have trouble sleeping? Watch ASMR. I can give you a whole list of ASMR artists that will help you sleep. And I do too. Don't not watch me. But this is a mental health chat. And we do need to let go of our past. Our present is right here. It's a gift. And I know a lot of people say, oh, the future's not here yet. Nothing's promised. But I kind of like that, guys. Like, we can make what we want out of it. We can decide. Maybe today is the day you pick the phone up and say, I'm struggling and I need help. Maybe it's not, but it's a possibility. And possibilities are incredible things. A lot of you that watch my videos will know that I have a magic word. It's 3 letters. Y-E-T. Yet. I can't ask for help. Yet. I can't do this. Yet. I'll never get the hang of this. Yet. Get the idea? Yet is a magic word. It really is. It's full of possibilities, just like you. You're full of possibilities. Your future is full of possibilities. You can feel it. You can totally feel it, guys. And I want you to know that. I think you guys are incredible. And I know that people have been struggling, and especially with people who have toxic pasts. I can't take away your pain. I wish I could. Oh my God, do I wish I could take away anybody's pain. I think if I had a magical superpower, it would be that. Although we grow from our pain and we learn from our pain, so maybe not. It makes us who we are. There are times in my life I couldn't see beyond the moment and the pain I was in at the moment. I wouldn't change it now. Looking back, I'm like, this may be who I am today. It's who I accept my past now. I made friends with that little kid that lives inside me. The one that didn't think she was good enough, that didn't think she was pretty enough, that didn't think she was smart enough, that thought she was weird, that thought she'd never measure up. I went back and talked to her and told her the facts of life. You are pretty enough, you are strong enough, you are good enough, and you will measure up. And I love you. I think she needed to hear that more than anything. That I love her. And that I accept her for who she is. You guys need to talk to the little kid inside you too. They may need to hear that you love them and that you've accepted them. Now, I am not saying if someone has wronged you in the past to keep going back. Toxic relationships are to be avoided, or to have very, very clear boundaries set. For example, I would love to have you in my life, but I find it very toxic when you scream at me, hang up on me, call me names, bring up the past. I would like our relationship to be the present and moving forward. And I know that we'll both make mistakes, but this is what we can work on. But let's, if you have to, sign a contract so that you both know what the lines are and stand by them. If the guidelines are getting crossed, then you say, okay, this visit's over. I have to go. I'm not saying that it'll be that easy, but it's a start. Abusive, don't even think about going back, okay? Abusive is abusive, no change, okay? You have a right to live in peace, okay? Let's talk about forgiveness if we're going to talk about past. One of the mantras that I live with is, I read it in a book, a Richard Paul Evans book. He's one of my favorite authors. And I think it was The Locket. And the book was about forgiveness. And this one line in it stayed with me forever. And it's actually become part of who I am. And I use it a lot. And it's funny, the people that get it and the people who don't. When it comes to forgiveness, it's more about you than them. It's more about setting yourself free than setting them free. It's saying, I'm not carrying this around anymore. This is a load too heavy for me. I'm done with it. You live your life, I live mine. I forgive you. You don't cut the rope to save the anchor. That's the line. You save the boat. You're the boat. They're the anchor. Okay? And I'm not saying that forgiveness is the same as forgetting or condoning. You know? Sometimes people have to pay for what they did. You know? If someone's hurt you, they have to pay for that. But forgiving means you're letting go of anger and hate. And that's not easy to do, guys. It really isn't. But let's work on it together, maybe. We could think about it, talk about it some more. Let me know in the comments if this is a topic you'd like us to really explore. I could do a whole thing on forgiveness and what it means. But that's part of the way of letting go of the past. And it's forgiving yourself too. None of us are perfect. None of us will get through life without making mistakes. Part of the reason I do this channel is I'm older. I think I've been through a lot. And if I can talk to you guys and save you any pain or struggle, fine. That's good for me. If you can learn from a mistake that I've made and not make it. Bonus, okay? I'm one of those people that has to learn it the hard way, though. But if I can pass that on to you guys and save you some struggle, that's worth it for me. It really is. But yeah, that's pretty much just letting go of the past and working towards a peace. I think that's what it is. Sometimes our past can be so chaotic and so loud in our heads, we can't get to the peace because we can't find it and we can't hear it. And we spend so much time in the past. It's a great place to visit. You know, there's great memories, great place to visit. You can't live there, okay? We have the present. It's a gift. It's called the present, right? And we have the future, and we can try to make what we want. We can't always control what's going to happen to us, right? We know that. But we can control how we react to what happens to us. And that is something I forget a lot. A lot. Usually till after the fact. I'm like, oh, I could have controlled my reaction better. I was not a happy camper when I saw that positive line for COVID. Trust me. But I sat down and this is what we have to do. Isolate in the bedroom, we'll do this. We see no purpose in my husband and daughter did the cooking. I'm not going to go down and do the cooking or help with the cooking because then I know you can't pass it through food. I know that. But I'm not taking any chances with them. They're too important to me, those two. You know, and I'm staying self-isolating, and I tested again today, and it was fainter. It was a fainter line, but there's still a second line. So until I test negative and have no symptoms, and I'm still having some symptoms, that's how I'm reacting to this. I'm going to do the positive. And yes, 80% of people will worsen their long COVID. 20% don't. So until I know better, I'm going to say I'm the 20% and hope. I just didn't have the energy, guys, to do my face today, so please ignore this. For those of you new, I'm better at looking than this. I am. Look at my past videos. They're much better looking. Or much better lit. Let's put it that way. So, that's about it for now, guys. Still doing the postcard exchange. You send me one, I send you one, and we show how we connect each other and how this is all this great community. And the P.O. box is in the description, and I will be doing another video, hopefully tonight, maybe, and I'll do a reading. If I have the energy to whisper, I'll do a reading for you guys so I can help you sleep, because it might help me sleep too. Because I sleep all day and then I'm up all night. Oh, not really, but yesterday I was. Today I'm trying not to take too much naps, but when I need to rest, I rest. It's what you do. Resting is the best thing for you. Oh, but I do have another channel for you guys to watch. It's not an ASMR channel intentionally. It's a cooking channel, but I've had a lot of people talk to me through comments and emails in the description. And, you know, they don't know how to cook, or they're not adventurous cooking, or they don't like to cook, or they're going out on their own for the first time. This one is called Rachel Loves to Cook. And she does a lot of Mexican dishes and other dishes too. She does it step by step, but she's soothing. She has such an amazing voice and a way about her. There's a gentleness, like she really does cook with love, okay? It's aptly named. She made cinnamon rolls, and just watching her show you how to lift and fold, I'm telling you, I was getting tingles. But it's amazing, and she cooks with things you have on hand, okay? And watching her, it can help you set up a pantry too, you know? She doesn't use stuff I'm like, I don't have that, where the heck am I supposed to get that? You know, the cheese made from the tears of virgins on the Himalayan mountain, no. She doesn't do stuff like that. Barefoot Contessa. But I love Barefoot Contessa though. But yeah, if you need a cooking channel, definitely give Rachel Loves to Cook a chance. I really, really liked her show, her videos. I've been using her enchilada sauce for over a year, and it's incredible. It's incredible. I did pork carnitas. My family was licking their plates. No joke. I made pulled pork, and I don't like pulled pork. It's too porky. I don't know how else to say it. This one wasn't. It was delicious, and the sauce, oi. You do the sauce kind of separate. You cook it in, but you take the pork out and then boil down the sauce. And we ended up pureeing it. Guys, try it. I'm just telling you, just try it. You know, cinnamon rolls I'll try next time. That's not something I ever get a lot of success with, but we can give it a try. And I am now tired, guys, so I'm going to bid you adieu. And please remember that I love you, and I value you, and I honor you, and I am so very, very glad that you were born. Always. And October is Breast Cancer Month. And anyone with breasts, and guess what, that's everybody, should be doing self-exams. Okay, because anyone can get breast cancer. And there's lots of things on the internet that will show you how to do it. So there's my goal for the month, is that you guys, if you're late for a mammogram, go get it. Please book it. If you find something that doesn't feel right, ask your doctor. A simple ultrasound and they can relieve your mind. Let's put it that way. I love you guys.